Hello, how are you doing? Do you know the names of Harry Potter, Ron, Hermione? Yes, they are the characters of Harry Potter world created by English writer Joanne Rowling. We all love reading. So now I suggest you watching an extract from Harry Potter and Goblet of Fire. The scene Harry Potter and Neville at the lake.
Where is it? Where is it? Neville, you're doing it again. Oh, sorry. Magical water park at the Highland Loch. You're really going for me. That day I see.
Ronald would like me to tell you that Seamus told him that Ian was told by the party that Hagrid's looking for you.
Is that right? Well, what?
Ian was told by the party that please don't have to say it again. Hagrid's looking for you.
Well, you can tell Ron.
I'm not an owl.
Okay, so this extract shows us that while reading, we face some statements, commands, maybe some questions, even dialogues. After we finish reading, we usually want to discuss the content of the poem or any book. That's why we want to know how to convert direct speech into indirect speech, how to make exact meaning, exact sentences of the authors to general meaning. That's why we want to know these rules. Now, today I'm going to show you the rules of English grammar reported speech. Reported speech. To create reported speech, we usually use introductory verb. Introductory verbs such as she told me, we informed her, she said, I pointed out, they explained, she added, she whispered, she thought. After introductory verb, we usually change tenses. We have to go one step back. So we go backwards in time. For example, present simple or present continuous, we have to change to past simple or past continuous. Present perfect simple and present perfect continuous, we have to change past perfect and past perfect continuous. The same with past simple and past continuous, we change to past perfect simple and past perfect continuous. And the last one, future simple, will plus infinitive, bare infinitive, we have to change to would plus bare infinitive. And the last third step, we have to change also these verbs, these auxiliary verbs, such as modal verb can, will be in reported speech, could, will be, would, am, is, are. In reported indirect speech will be was, were, have, has, and had will be had. And was, were, we convert them to had been, to past perfect simple tense. But at the same time, we have to remember that some things we don't have to change, such as verb plus in suffix, past participle. We don't change to infinitive. We don't change their infinitive. And the third rule here, in reported speech, we have to change some words. For example, we have to change words according to regarding time and place. For example, these and these will be that, those, the. Here will be in reported speech there. Now we have to change it to then. Today in indirect speech will be that day. This evening will be in reported speech that evening. Tonight, that night. Yesterday will be the previous day, the day before. Last week will be presented in reported speech as the previous week or the week before, and tomorrow, the next day, the following day, the next year will be the following year. So I hope you have remembered these rules. Now let's go back. Now I want you to practice these 3 rules. Let's go to our section practice. So let's read the example. I love reading books, especially when they have such an exciting plot as this one. Aunt Molly said, which option will you choose? That loved read, that she loves reading, she loved reading. What do you think? Let's try to answer A. No. Option B is incorrect too. Option C is correct. Let's see the next. Especially when they had such an exciting plot as this will be that one. Next question. We could have a look at this photo album. It's got all the photos Lucy took on her holiday. So let's change to reported speech. Brian said, they could have, we could have, that they can have. Which option, in your opinion, is correct? So let's try to answer. They could have, we could have. Yes, this option is correct. Let's go to the next options. So here, look at what do you think? The, these, or these? Let's try the photo album and explained what? You can look at the direct speech here. It has, they had got, or that it had. Let's try this answer. This answer is incorrect. That answer is correct. And the last option in this sentence. All the photos Lucy had taken or has taken. Obviously it's had taken because past perfect simple. And in this sentence, Mary used Dad's credit card to buy clothes. And I don't think Dad will be very happy. Ellie informed her mom that Mary had used Dad's or had been used the Dad's card. Which option do you think is correct? This one? Right. Inform credit card to buy or to bought or bought. Obviously, this answer is bought because we told that we don't have to change to infinitives. Next option is cloth and. She didn't thought. She didn't think. She hadn't thought. So the option is she didn't think. And the last option here, D. He was very happy. He would be very happy, or he was very happy. So the third option is incorrect. It's obvious because we don't use was after would. So the answer will be B. Yeah. Now let's go to our next slide. Here, I'm getting good at driving. Actually, I think I'm going to be an excellent driver. Tina claimed that. Tina got. She had been getting. I am getting will be she was getting. And the next, good at. Do we change verb with in suffix? Driving? No. And that actually, she's thinking, I thought, she thought. I think will be she thought. Then I'm going to be an excellent driver will be I. We have to change personal pronoun to she was going to be an excellent driver. Next slide shows you another example, how to change indirect speech to direct speech to reported one. We didn't do our history class today, so we had a free period. Mona explained that we didn't do our history. They hadn't done history class. Today will be that day, right? And here, history class today, so we had a free period. So they had a free period, their class. Let's go back. Now we have to change not only such kind of statements, but also we have to change the questions. So reported questions. To change reported questions, for example, here you can see direct question, are you tired? To turn to indirect question, we, for example, have to use some verbs like, I wonder if you are tired, but when we turn into reported speech, we, for example, use introductory verb in past simple. He asked if I was tired. Now let's see how to change the questions. Use an introductory verb in the past. Asked, wondered, wanted to know, etc. Move the indirect question one step backwards in time, as in statements 2. Let's go back and look at, for example, the rules. So direct questions. Here you can see the correct order of the parts of the sentence. For example, we can use questions words like who, what, where, how, when, and why. We can also use auxiliary verbs or modal verbs like do, does, did, will. Then subjects. Here you can see the examples of the subjects. My friend, he, teaches, my new phone, we. Or we can use also the auxiliary verb be. Am, is, are, was, were. Or we can also use auxiliary verb have or has and had. And here main verb can be, for example, verb in the first form or just by infinitive, because it depends on the tense, present simple or past simple. Here, in continuous tenses, we use verb with in suffix. And in perfect tenses, we usually use verb in the third form or past participle. Indirect questions. Introductory verb, questions, question word, subject, affirmative verb. This is the correct order of the parts of the sentence. Here, introductory verb. should be he asked, she wanted, could you tell me? And question word, for example, if we have special questions, for example, who, what, where, how, when, why. If we have yes or no question, we have to use if or whether. Then subject, the same as in previous example, and affirmative verb form. If it's main verb, for example, like, likes, came, will find, then we can use be verb or with verb with suffix in continuous tenses, or the same with perfect auxiliary verbs. Now let's go to practice section. Reported speech. Your task is to convert into past form. For example, do you know? I asked him if he knew. Where are you going? I asked her where she was going. Did you believe me? I wanted to know if you had believed me. How are you? He asked me how I was. Is Anne sleeping? I asked if Anne was sleeping. Were you watching TV? He asked if I had been watching TV. Can they come? I wondered if they could come. Who did you meet? They asked me who I had met. Did Mary go? She asked whether Mary had gone. Will you go? They asked me whether I would go. There are some more examples to reported speech. Now, your task is to convert direct speech into indirect speech or reported speech. Where does Anna live? Where Anna lived. Tomorrow will be the next day or the following day. Our working will be were working. Did you come will be whether they had come. Whether we use because here did they come is yes or no question. Will forget will be would forget. Can train will be converted to could train. Tom expected. Tom had expected. Past simple converts to past perfect. Is going to take will be was going to take. Who is Joe waiting for? So this is the special question. In special question, we leave who, but we change the tense from present continuous to past continuous, who Joe was waiting for. This dog here, demonstrative pronoun, this we change reported speech. Okay, your task is to choose the correct option. I like singing songs for my friends. Greg said, this is Greg, said that he liked, or was liking. I like singing. Right, will be liked. I am so angry today. Mark said that he was walking or is walking or walked. What do you choose? Certainly, this is present continuous tense. We have to choose was walking. The next slide, I like skiing in winter. So Samuel said that he was, likes, or liked. This is present simple. So we have to convert this direct speech into indirect and past simple. So will be liked. The next slide shows us Andrew, and he said, I played computer games yesterday. Andrew said that he played, had played, was playing. Here you can see the example of how to change past simple into past perfect. The next slide, I am so slim, the present simple tense. we have to change to be am to was. I was so slim. I went to the seaside last summer, past simple. David said he had gone was going. Yes, the correct option here will be had gone. Here you can see the another example. I will buy a new suit in 2 weeks. Future simple. Will be would plus infinitive. Now, I think our multiple choice test is enough. Now let's go, let's back up our knowledge for today. What have we learned so far today? Please look at the example. I want to find the perfect woman for myself. Ted said he wanted to find the perfect woman for himself. This is the correct option, the correct reported speech. Now let's analyze. Personal pronoun I will be he in reported speech. Reflexive pronoun myself will be himself. Verbs. The main verb want will be wanted. Pronouns and people we usually change. Also tenses change one step into the past, or we have to go backwards in time. Now look at this table. We know this table at school. So here you can see all our tenses: present tense, past tense, future tense. And I want to look at this table more carefully. So here I would like to show you how to sequence the tenses from present simple will be past, the present continuous will be past continuous, present perfect will be past perfect, and present perfect continuous will be past perfect. But if, for example, we have sentence in past indefinite, it will be past perfect. If we have sentence in past continuous, it will be past perfect continuous. But you have to also keep in mind that past perfect and past perfect continuous will not be changed. And also the same with future aspects, with the aspects of future tense. Future indefinite will be would or should. So we have to change future to future in the past. Now try yourself. She met me at the toilet and she took my breath away. Have you tried? What is your option? So let's look at the correct answer. Ted said that she had met at the toilet and that she had taken his breath away. Pronouns and people we don't change. Pronouns and people we change, and tenses we change one step into the past. Next example, I will tell Ted tomorrow that she's a man. Barney thought that he would tell Ted the next day that she was a man. Again, personal pronoun I will be he. Will we change to would. Is we change to was. Tenses change, don't forget about it. And tomorrow will be the next day. Time and place can change. Now you can see the last our table for today, how to change place and time. In direct speech, for example, we usually use such words like today to now, yesterday, days ago, last week. And when we report the tenses or statements, questions, we have to use these words in reported speech. That day, then, at the moment, the day before, Days ago will be days before. Last week will be the week before or the previous week. The next year, the following year, or we can leave the next year, the next year. Tomorrow, the next day, the following day. Here will be there. This will be that. These in plural will be those. Ago will be previously or before. Tonight, that night. So I think we have completed to revise our reported speech while reading and how to discuss. This material, I hope, will help you in discussing in reading. Thank you.